Introducing the self-proclaimed best-looking man on the show and your undisputed host of the Rough Craft, Delvin Scarabs.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Rough Craft, the show where we like to drink rough crafts or something. I don't know. We drink beer, talk stories. You know how it is. I am your host, as always, now, Devin. I don't know what was up with that. As with me always is our two co-hosts. We have the lovely and talented Matt, who needs a haircut.
Say always again.
Going for a real I'm sorry. Going for a real Bigfoot type of look going. And then we have old Tom Sawyer, who wishes he had any hair at all.
It would be nice. It'd be a good change of pace.
Very nice. So we want to talk about the beer right now. We lead off with the beer, right?
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk about the beer a little. Let people know what the beers we're having.
We're going Sweetwater 420. We have an issue where we don't live near each other, and we try to get neat beers, but then two of us can find it, and the other one can't, and we don't really know what the plan is when it comes to all that stuff. So it's Sweetwater 420. You guys already opened yours?
Yeah, I got.
Okay, I wanted us all to do it at the same time.
I like how you keep saying that, but you were sitting here drinking one the whole time.
I know. So pie. It's Sweetwater. Everyone's had Sweetwater 420. It's a nice IPA. What's a pale ale? But it's not super bitter. It finishes really nice. I hate super duper bitter awful beers, but here we go.
It's from the nice land of India.
Oh, India, the windy city of India, they call it. So where's Sweetwater out of? North Carolina?
I don't know.
It says on the can.
It's independently brewed since '97. That's all I know.
Where does it say it, man? Show me.
Well, I'm looking for it.
Go ahead. Are you looking for it?
I'm looking for it. And then
you don't think if I saw it, I would have said what it was? I think it says Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know. Sweetwater makes good stuff, man. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I like their blues.
We all know what I'm drinking in my spare time.
What's that? Bush?
That's right, son.
He's trying to watch his weight.
It's good.
Nice diet beer.
Yeah, it says Atlanta, Georgia right there on the can.
I know it says Atlanta, Georgia. Is it made there? No, Sweetwater is out of Atlanta, I think. You know, we have Google machines. Sweetwater.
Go to the old Google machine.
Sweetwater Brewery is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Land of Coca-Cola. And violence. Here we go. So, I hope you have a drink with you and everyone's having a good time tonight. We're going to go with just a normal old make your story up rough craft here. I think tonight,
no hype videos tonight.
We don't have a hype video. We'll come up with more hype videos. Tonight, my job is the story. Tommy has made some wonderful characters for us, and Matt's going to come up with a genre for us. Be sure to, if you want to talk in the chat, talk shit to us, we'll talk shit back. So, let's lead off the events here. We're going to make a nice, wonderful story here. I go first, correct, with the story?
No, well, Matt should go ahead and give us the genre real quick.
I thought genre was at the end of it. We're like, oh, how are we going to turn that into a thing?
Yeah,
that works.
That makes sense. Because now I'm going to go, this is what I've come up with. And this, anyway, so this was going to be our Valentine's Day one. This is a balloon my wife got me, so I figured it'd be nice to be in the background. But seeing as unfortunate circumstances happened, unforeseen things, so we're going to do it this week. So, I came up with a story. I kind of wanted to do like an unrequited love type story, but I didn't want to go that route with it, because how can you make like a dramatic love story? Like, I don't know how we would come up with that. So, I came up with a story. It's a small planet of Hanov is under siege from the large and powerful planet of Silnara. I made all these names up. The Silnarian army has taken over the small planet of Hanov due to its refusal to join the Syndicate of Global Protection. The guerrilla fighting remains on the planet with a small resistance named the Crimson Federation, still occupying several cities. Our main character, blank, whoever we come up with, is stationed in North Cunnan fighting the Crimson Federation, and he falls in love with a Hanovian woman, whoever does have to be a woman.
I just want to say, so far, you're giving us a little more deposition than I think we need so far.
But that's it.
Okay.
That's all I've got. So that way we can go up with like what's more going on with the planets and what's happening and more than just like, let me go real deep into it. But pretty much it's going to be a love story between these two people that aren't supposed to be together.
Okay.
A la a saga, Romeo and Juliet, that type of thing, when two people can't be together.
Gotcha.
They want to be together. So there you go. And we have some. Tommy's gonna give us some characters. I don't know who will.
Well, you already mentioned a main character, so I can go ahead and give us a main character beforehand. I don't think anybody's posting anything in chat. I'm glad to see we have a nice solid 4 viewers going on tonight, so not as big of a response as we've been getting. That's why
I think we need to change up the day. Saturday night's weird.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's the day. I think it's the lack of consistency. Skipping a week really hurt us because we've been doing good those past two. But we'll get back in the groove. We can only do what we can do right now. We're not. This isn't our full-time jobs.
They'll re-listen.
But yeah, if anybody has any idea for character names, just put them in the chat. We'll try to pepper them in as we go. Ideally, that's how I would want to do it. Is the chat basically help us build this story? It's not just us 3, but the chat assisting as well. But yeah, I'll go ahead and give you. So, do you have anything in mind for your main character? Kind of like what you want them to be, and I can kind of grab whichever one I think fits the best.
It's just a feller who's stationed on this, or lady stationed, fighting this rebel army. Yo, rebel army, and
okay.
He meets someone and falls in love, but he can't be with that person for obvious
reasons.
reasons.
It's so funny because like the story that I expected you to make was nothing like what you ended up going with.
What do you think I was gonna make?
I just thought you'd make
was it
some.
Planetary Romeo and Juliet? That's for sure.
It definitely wasn't that. Like I thought it'd be
Valentine's Day, or it was.
I like how you're making it like the Valentine's Day thing is the thing that makes like it just you came up with names of
wars.
Yeah, like it's so much more involved than I thought you would do. I thought you'd be like some people in the city were just like fighting each other, or
He did
like
just
Goodfellas or something like that. Like,
Well, Saga has like a race element to it as well.
yeah, you did
read
read Saga, so you kind of
Yeah. I was trying to think of like a love thing. My favorite movie is a love movie, but it's not interesting. It's not like, man, that's a good retelling of that story. It was a fucking play. So, like, it's not.
All right, so my first character, his name is Gunzen. That's who I'm wanting to be the main character. Anything you want to know about his backstory at all, or do you want to just kind of leave him blank and we
How
can
do you
fill
get
it in
that
as
cool
we go?
name?
Yeah.
Gunzen.
Is it
well,
Captain Gunzen? General Gunzen?
It's just
Private Gunzen?
it's just his name. He
Private Gunzen. What is this in the barracks? A jelly donut, sir. Oh, sorry.
this may not work for the way you've built your world, but the way I had him set up is he was a child that was abandoned in the jungle. He would just play a lot of
Welcome
games
to
and
the
have fun in the jungle. He had everything he ever wanted. He
Hey,
left.
Then the war happened.
He left the jungle to find a paradise city that he remembered from before he was abandoned.
You think I gave a lot of detail?
It was a place with bright green grass and beautiful women. And his last name is Roses, so his name is Guns N' Roses.
Grew up in the jungle.
So that's why I had to give you all that information about his backstory.
It's a fantastic bit. Guns N' Roses. I did ask. Ask you shall receive. I asked what his name was, and you filled it all up. That's the only song by them I like. I don't like any of their other songs.
I just hit
I
like
like
the
Panama.
the 3 main ones. That's
Did you
not
say,
them,
what'd
is
you
it?
say?
That's not
Never
them.
mind. I
Is
was
it?
thinking of
Did you
another
say
band.
Panama? That's Van Halen.
I was thinking of Van Halen.
He said I like
You
Panama.
were thinking of Van Halen because it was Van Halen. That's exactly what you were thinking of.
No, he wasn't thinking that. He was very confident that he was right.
Like,
Until
yeah,
you
man, I thought they would have
Matt, did you wash your hair today?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
he washes it shortly
no, I watched
before
it
we do.
yesterday.
Oh,
So you
never
look
mind.
like a mess, dude.
I haven't watched it yet today.
What are you going for with this look?
I just have my hair.
You know, okay.
I was-
Does your wife like that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we got
she would
Gunzen,
tell me to, brush it, but other than that,
and you just say no. But anyway, so we got Gunzen. He's the main character. He's going to be the person stationed on this I almost said Island planet.
station, planet,
You need
and
me to send you names of like the stuff, Matt. I can, so you can type it up.
I'm just typing planet.
That'll work. I mean, there's 2 of them, but whatever.
There's 2 of them, but yeah.
See, Saga, it's a planet and a moon.
Yeah, it's very
They live-
different.
They live on the moon, and it's a race element. They can't be together because of their races, or I don't know.
But this is for political. They can't be together because of political beliefs.
Well, I mean,
Isn't it 'cause,
I
like,
guess.
One has like fairy wings and the other
You know
ones have
what?
horns.
If you want to make it that, brother, that's the whole reason I didn't go too detailed with it. Because why can't they be together?
yeah.
We can come up with that
Okay.
in just
'Cause
a little bit.
Because their names are different.
That's right. They're like,
One's is
we're the
Guns N'
syndicate of
Roses.
lower. God damn it.
And the
Go
other one's character's name's Guns N' Roses. He's from the Roses family. The other one's is Mont Lee Crew, and they can't be together because he's a crew. They're gay. Apparently, it's two guys.
All right,
I did.
It could be
Is
two
his
guys.
love interest? Is his love interest a female or male?
I
Or
did
unspecified.
real quick. I did want to have.
What do you think?
I did want
do you think
Guns
we
N'
should-
Roses to have a horse that was going to be called Mount Lee. His name it was going to be Lee Crew was his mount, so it was going to be Mount Lee Crew.
I just
You did these characters just for Devin, so you can make these
I
band jokes and then him not laugh at it.
these
No,
puns-
no. Yeah, I literally like when we first started talking about characters, like the name Guns N' Roses came up, and I was like, that'll be funny. And then I tried
Why
to.
would that name come up?
I don't know. It just popped in my head.
You're like, we can't use characters, and then of course the band Guns N' Roses came up. What did I fucking say? Welcome to the jungle, or fucking,
No,
you're gonna be
no,
playing
no.
Fucking Sweet Child of Mine
This
over
was
here.
whenever we first decided to break up the different jobs. The name Guns N' Roses came in my head. I thought that'd be funny.
That's your ADHD, man. It's got nothing
Yeah,
to do
no,
with
no,
what we did.
no. I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying that's how.
He
And
said,
so
did he not say it came up? Like we were like, hey, you do love Guns N' Roses? I'm gonna listen to my Guns N' Roses
No.
CD.
I said whenever we first came up with this, like this idea of doing the breaking up the different roles,
Oh, yeah, we
and I
were
said
like-
somebody would get the role of characters. I was like, what characters would I do? And the name Guns N' Roses came out. I was like, that'd be funny. I tried to figure out how to shoehorn in like My Chemical Romance. I was gonna have one person that was gonna be a queen.
Kind of get away from the '80s thing, but all right.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it can't all be all that.
I mean,
Anyways,
Guns N' Roses '89. We won't get into it. It's too much. But go ahead.
but anyways, that's what I was gonna do, and then I found out real quickly that none of them's working. So
See, Tommy,
I
if
just-
you would have told us these characters this week, all three of us could have did cover songs as promos.
All three of us.
Each pick a cover song.
Cool,
Yeah, this
babe.
is-
All right, we're on. So far, we're on one character. Can we get to number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this gonna
It's
be?
like-
Is this gonna be the love interest?
Love interest.
Yeah, let's see. The love interest will be. Now, I was hoping that we could get a name from Chad at this point for the second character.
No one
her-
wants to watch this.
No. Her name right now, and we can change this name.
He or she?
She.
Okay.
Oh man, going real traditional, huh?
No, we can do a guy if you want.
That's fine.
It's gonna be
Let's do a both.
it's Brarely, so it's Brairily. It's a mix of all three of our wives' names.
Okay.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Okay.
All right.
Or it could just be Jennifer. Or
No,
because I was
rarely
like,
sounds alien.
I wanted to do like a generic female name,
Mhm.
like a white female name, and I was like, all of our wives have that, so
They
we
sure
can't
do.
laugh. We all three have that for white men as well.
I've never dated a girl that didn't have a just basic girl name.
Her last name is Maiden. That's her
Barely
maiden
Maiden.
name.
Barely made.
Barely maiden.
Brarely.
Rarely maiden.
Anyways, that's her maiden name.
Is that an Iron Maiden joke? Too?
No, that's a maiden name.
I know it's
joke.
a maiden name joke, but I don't know if you're okay. My bad. I thought you were going with the
Yeah.
band names. Okay. Rarely is our love interest. All
And
right.
let's see. As far as I'll give you a. Do you have a description in mind for her, or do you want me to just give the one that I
Is she,
have?
and she's part of the rebel faction, right?
Yes, which is called the Crimson Federation.
Well, that works out for this character because she's strong and independent. She has strawberry blonde.
So she's the leader.
She has strawberry blonde hair, light freckles peppering her nose, and cheeks ever so softly.
You like saying pepper, huh?
Her hair is
Pepper
her hair is short, but not too short, just below her ears. Her breasts are large, but not too large. Has a fit toned body. She works out.
Uh-huh.
That's all we need to know.
She's in shape, but not too. She's got a little extra on her. We don't want her to be too.
The-
we want her to look like a real woman too.
There's a subreddit called Men Writing Women, and that I was really trying to make sure I nailed that for this character.
All right. Anybody? And so you have how many other characters do you have?
I have 6 altogether, I think.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we could have people like a CEO or her parents or
Yeah,
someone
we
that
can
he
fit
murders
whatever.
in cold blood and she sees it. I don't know.
I had like male and female versions of everything, like as far as good guys, bad guys, secondary.
We do need like an
everything.
antagonist. Who? Maybe she could have someone above her that's like you can't. be
Okay,
with
so
this
we're gonna go
person,
full
and
Titanic.
Vice versa. I don't know, man. It's just you can do it. It's all been done before. How are we gonna come up with something that's never been done before? We came up with one thing that's never been done before, and we can't even say the name of it. And I almost brought that back tonight. I almost brought a train type story with a girl who was a server on it or whatever it was, because that was the best thing we ever came up with. But we really had some problematic language in it. But that'll be the movie we go for. You'll hear it one day.
Yeah, we'll save that for the Patreon. We'll just spend like an hour.
It's the best story we came up with. It's the only thing I could see it would ever be a for real thing.
I don't know, the Centaur story, I can't remember that me and Matt came up with was pretty good. Like the first things that me and Matt ever did, and then the things we did, like the first batch of stuff we did was far superior to everything else we've done since.
Far superior.
But we'll get there.
Speaking of superiors, who's this man's superior officer? Is he a private? Is he
So Guns N' Roses superior officer?
No, Gunson's going to be the main character. He's the person that's stationed. He could be an officer that falls in love with a girl.
Well, I mean, you just said who's this person's superior officer? Who are you? Who's who?
Well, there has to be a reason that they can't be together. What do you guys want it to be? Do you want it to be
I would say
race thing?
I would say they could.
I think being on the opposite faction.
Yeah, just being on the opposite faction. She could be the leader of one faction, and maybe she captures Gunson.
She's the leader of the Crimson Federation.
Maybe
on the planet of Hanoff.
Yeah,
she does. Why do you think they're called the Crimson Federation? She is a strawberry blonde lady.
Oh, they named it after her. That's cool. All right, so she's the leader.
The Crimson.
No. They didn't name it after her. She named it after herself.
That's what I meant.
So yeah.
So what is he? Is he just a lowly private?
I would say he's just a soldier on the other side, and maybe
how do they meet? I mean, it's got to be.
They capture him, and then
maybe he was on a scouting mission.
They fall in love.
I could see this, and I don't mean to sound like a goddamn sexist or anything about this. I could see this the other way, where a man catches a woman and falls in love with her. But I don't see how a woman would catch a man as the leader of this army and fall in love with this man. She's like, I love this man.
Because maybe when they capture him, he's resistant to their interrogation techniques, and they have to bring her in.
There has to be reasons. You know what we could do?
What could we do?
She gets captured. They fall in love. And she sends him back to be a goddamn spy for this army.
Put it in the notes, Matt.
What do you think?
Well, it sounds fine to me.
So is she not the leader now?
But then there's no, she's the leader, but she could go, hey, I don't know. How would they F and S each other? I don't want to say the words.
They're interrogating him, and they're getting nowhere. So they call in.
But she pulls his pecker out?
Call in the Crimson, and he's like, "Oh no, not the Crimson! This is gonna be crazy."
The Crimson?
Yeah, and then she comes in. He's like, "Oh, this is just some hot chick. This is gonna be too easy." And then she seduces the shit out of him by S and M and F and M and V and M.
And do we show it?
Oh, we show it.
I don't know if we should. I don't think this is the movie that's gonna call for it.
So she's just using him. I thought they were in love with each other. I guess it just says he's in love with her. It doesn't have to be. She could be using him. Oh, that could be the twist ending. Bombshell. She didn't really love him the whole time. Unrequited love story. I did it.
Oh, speaking of which, what's the genre, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We skipped all over that.
I thought it was funny that Devin brought up the train because my genre was paranormal slasher.
That does throw some wrenches in things. So this man or woman is going to be a murderer also? I guess they're already at war.
Let's say maybe they're like in a battle or something like that, and like she's leading a group and he's leading a group, and then they fight, and like them two and maybe like a couple other characters are the only ones left. They're in this jungle somewhere on some planet, and then there's a monster hunting them like Predator style or Alien style.
Yeah, for paranormal, yeah, I was thinking something like you said, they get in a fight or they're on like a ship and there's like an aliens type or Predator type person coming after them. I think that'd be a really good idea. And then is that what you're thinking, Matt? You're the horror guy. We're not big horror guys.
Okay,
so I don't really know if it is or not.
Sorry, I was writing.
I don't like watching. I like making up horror, but I'm not interested.
Yeah,
in
I'm not.
Because
you know why? Because I think a lot of horror movies are not good.
My thing is I get really emotionally involved in movies and stuff. So whenever I watch something scary, I'm scared for the rest of the night.
In my old age, I've cried at movies and stuff a lot more now.
I do. I get choked up a lot.
A lot for like little things too, and I'm like, what am I crying at Little Giants for? Like I
was choking up I choked up like 5 times watching the new Spider-Man movie. Which, I mean, can we go back to that and just talk about how great? Like I was thinking about it yesterday. Like they were fucking all 3 in the same movie, man. It's like that's.
I guess.
Fucking
Dude,
fuck them, man. It's been out long enough. Everybody's seen that movie.
I was weeping, like tears, weeping, uncontrollably weeping at the end of The Mandalorian, the second season of The Mandalorian. I mean, weeping.
Oh, yeah, because of Luke.
Yes, I mean, weeping open. When he was like giving him over. I'm spoiler alert. It was, oh my god, I was crying, dude.
I never finished it.
It's so good. Boba Fett's okay too. So we got these characters.
I will watch Kenobi though.
So there's I'm gonna look forward to it. Whenever so we're talking about how are we gonna turn this to a slasher type movie?
I mean, that's the only idea I have right now. Is like maybe they're in some sort of battle somewhere on an off planet and
they get stuck. They could get trapped all together, and then they could end up like.
Well, see, what I was thinking is, after they
Matt does.
Yeah, sorry, I had to think.
I'm gonna zoom in on you, Matt, here, and you give us this.
Go ahead.
What I'm thinking is, while she's interrogating him.
Well, wait. Let's not do that then. Let's do.
Well, hold on. Can you listen to this idea and see?
Yeah, Devin.
I'm gonna go fuck myself.
Back to Matt.
So while she's interrogating him, the power goes out because the planet. What was the other planet's? It was opposite the Crimson faction.
Silnara.
Silnara calls in the greatest bounty hunter, and he goes in. He cuts the power to the base, and he just starts murking people.
And the bounty hunter's name is Matt. Tommy, give us character.
The bounty hunter's name is Jim Johnson. No. Is the bounty hunter? Is this guy going to be a bad guy?
Yeah.
His name's going to be Bony Tony.
Now we are in Star Wars territory.
I told you I wanted these characters' names to be easily memorable. Memorable. And Bony,
rarely is really easy to remember.
Bony Tony, I'm going to go and give you a little bit of information about him, a little more than you need probably, and we can use it or we can throw it away. But I just want to. It's funny. So Bony Tony, he has a Weasley personality. He's not a good guy. He will turn on anyone if it'll get him ahead. Heavy drug user, thinning hair, scraggly, unkempt beard. He's called Bony Tony due to a birth defect that causes him to have a constant erection. He has lived with this his whole life and has been made fun of by it. This has left him very self-conscious and led him to being manipulative and untrustworthy. He has had to live his life doing whatever he has to survive.
So how does he cover up this erection? He just lets it go?
Yeah.
What's he packing? What's he dealing with here? Is it like a large Red Bull can?
I would say it's big enough to notice, but not big enough to be excited about.
So a small Red Bull can.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so Bony Tony, Matt, they called in Bony Tony to do what now? Kill their power?
Take out the base that they have Gunzen in.
So who called in Bony Tony? The Crimson?
No, Gunzen's faction.
So the Solnarian army called in Bony Tony to attack the Crimson Federation's resistance base.
Yeah.
Okay, and how does that kill the power?
Well, he cut some wires, man. I don't know.
He's just like
you got a whole power system planned out right here.
All right, we're going with that. Okay.
In Bony Tony fashion, he really fucks up the power grid.
Yeah, so how does this? He cuts it with his dick. How does
he has a blade at the end of it?
How does
It is a slasher.
So how? Yeah. So is he gonna be the killer slasher, or is
let's make him the killer.
So how are we gonna get paranormal with it?
Bony Tony.
One of them read minds.
Manner of.
Let's say that his
some would consider
I know what we'll do.
Unnatural.
We'll put a camera up in the corner for the movie, and it just we'll have some fast motion shit where someone stares at somebody for 20 minutes or whatever. They're like, you know what I mean? We'll do that, and that'll be scary, right?
The way I see it, if it's paranormal, what we can say is the reason Bony Tony has this erection constantly is he was like
I gotta know.
He had some sort of demon that like when he was born, a demon took over his body, and that demon, the penis, is what the demon controls.
Penis.
And
so
demon.
it's constantly yelling at him.
That's paranormal. It's perfect.
So it's so the penis is like
yelling at him.
Controlled, like it's like a like they both
Killer,
communicate with each other.
cut the power.
And so the penis can can manipulate and move, and it's like a big tentacle almost. I think.
Okay.
I think some people would like that.
Okay, so the penis will come up behind him and be like, "Hey, kill him." Gets on his shoulder.
Why would he come up behind him? So he goes up under his legs and then comes out over his shoulder.
Big.
He's like, why'd you take the long way around? He's like, I don't know, just to show off.
As I wrote it, I'm like, how are we gonna turn this into something? And it always works out good.
It does.
All right, so Bony
I
Tony,
see nothing wrong with this story.
It's wonderful. So Bony Tony cuts the power with his demon penis.
With his tentacle penis.
And I guess as he
Tentacle demon penis.
I think it's better to call it a demon dick. I like the alliteration, but
I was trying to think of a way like his demon penis could tell him like, stop doing the task at hand. You could get more money for like capturing these two. I don't know. I'm trying like in Saga, like if they get the little girl that's like half this, half that, like they could, I don't know. It seems like some ways he could start slashing people.
oh man, I got an idea.
His penis
But
took over.
I got an idea, but this might get a little too dark. You just stop me when you want to.
All
So
right.
what happens is,
Once
so
you don't
Bony
say a
Tony,
couple certain words, we're good, buddy. Go ahead.
it's gonna be
I know
teetering
what
the
you
line.
want to say, but don't say it.
So,
Don't do it.
so Bony Tony goes in. He's working for Gunzen, right?
No, I thought
Gunzen's faction.
Gunzen's captured, but his faction sent Bony Tony in. So pretty much like
Okay.
it's like bomb the place. Even
They
though,
want to keep.
you know.
They,
Okay,
They will
so-
want to save Gunzen, but they will kill Gunzen if he's talked, or
Yeah,
they
they gotta
don't.
do what
They
they
don't want to
gotta
get
do.
information.
Okay, so
out.
what he does is he goes in there
They're trying to
And-
quash this rebel army.
and he finds both of these groups, and he kills pretty much everybody. But makes sure he captures Gunzen,
So he does
and
kill everybody. We're just skipping over that.
Brarely, and then probably keeps a couple more so we have secondary characters alive. And then what he does is he makes a ransom video. And you know how they're like, usually like they're like pointing guns at him saying, say this, say this. What he does is instead he uses his demon penis to possess them and forces them to
The
say what he
demon
needs
penis
to.
can possess people.
Of course. I mean,
And how does it do that?
I think this is where we can all use our imagination so we
I
can
think
walk.
I know exactly how it does it.
We can walk that fine line.
Okay,
But
we'll
he
leave it up
possesses
to your
them with
interpretation.
with the
that
demon
is-
penis. Like I said, it's
Man,
walking
you
the
really
line.
try to make
No, it's
that
fine.
train story come.
I'm not trying to go with the train story. It just happens to
she's
fall
held
that way.
down and she's got marks on her wrist. That's a joke just for the three of us. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I would say that, and like he does, like the Bony Tony's like, look, I got this job. I'm doing this job to get ahead. But then the demon dick is like, no, we're gonna get more money out of this. And so the demon penis kind of takes over.
Okay.
Does this whole thing, sends out these ransom videos, and these ransom videos, and then the two people, Gunzen and Brarely, they are both together, and in this, they basically have to end up working together to get out, and in the process of that, they fall in love as they're climbing up the mountain to defeat the dragon.
Great point. That's really good. I like that a lot. So we'll go with that.
Do we want to have some? Do we want to have some secondary characters on each side?
Sure.
As well, so it's just not these two, because you need some cannon fodder as they're running and fleeing away from from Bony Tony, trying to get away. You need some secondary characters
Yeah.
that'll be fodder that falls
I
to
mean,
the
you
side.
really
So.
did jump all the way to almost the end of like what the story would be.
Well, I mean, but I feel like the
Not
main
that
bulk
that's
of
bad.
the main bulk of the movie would be them running from. It's supposed to be a slasher, paranormal slasher.
That's true.
So
That's true.
a lot of this should be set up in like the first 30 minutes or so, and then you need a good chunk of them just running and hiding, and him getting people one by one slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go with.
I mean, we can fill in more there because there still would be more there.
Okay. Do we want to have what leads up to it? So this man just gets captured. Does he have like a boss?
Does
Like,
who have a boss?
Gunzen. Guns N' Roses.
Let's see. I'm
Does he
sure
have
he
someone that's like,
sure he does.
the commander's on my ass, and we gotta get this bitch Brarely, and we gotta crush the Crimson Federation because they
Well, I
won't
think
join
that,
our
that I
syndicate
think
of
all
global
that's
protection.
Wouldn't that all be out the window at this point? Because wouldn't Brarely and Gunzen be on the run from Bony Tony right now? Would they really care what their superiors think at the moment?
It's like if we're going psychological or paranormal slasher flick, like once
And,
you get
Bony
once they
Tony
get
wouldn't
away
care at
from
this
Bony
point.
Tony and they're on the run, are they on the run from Bony Tony, or are they on the run from like their planet, their factions and stuff?
Well, my whole thing is the genre. Like, you have an idea of what you want your story to be, but the genre is really supposed to take over and dictate what the story is going to be. So I would say lean more into the paranormal slasher of it all. And so whatever the fallout of them falling in love at the end, surviving, that'll lead into a totally different story. We don't need to worry about what they do afterwards as far as these two people being in love. Like, that could be a cliffhanger or something like that.
They exercise the demon penis.
So what are the characters?
They both take turns exercising the demon penis.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they defeat Bony Tony. And Bony Tony's like, thanks, I'm finally free.
So but now we got to capture this bitch and bring her back to the
what other characters do we need?
I just see like extra secondary characters to be there as they're running through the forest trying to get away from Bony Tony.
So we're going forest. We're not going
forest, cave, spaceship, whatever you guys want to do. I just feel like the way I envisioned is they were on some jungle on like a moon or something like that. And that just because they're like fighting on a planet of some sort.
Okay, then we play Run Through the Jungle by Credence.
Gunzen has this magical axe that he plays. And he's like, and then the sirens start coming in. You know how Gunzen does it.
He says, "Welcome to the jungle."
And see that's the thing is this is the home. This is where Gunzen was born and raised. So he knows this jungle really well.
They're on the Hanovian planet. It's where she would have born and raised.
Well, Gunzen, he grew up in a jungle.
That could be how.
Oh, we could turn this into an alien or a predator.
He was abandoned as a child in the jungle, so he at least knows his way around a jungle. Maybe not this specifically.
Maybe Gunzen and Brarley glanced at each other as kids while Gunzen was abandoned on there.
The way I'm trying to set it up is like Brarley, she's like this big honcho commander, but Gunzen, who's more of like a lowly soldier, the way I see it. Mm-hmm. He has experience in traversing through jungles because as a child he grew up in a jungle, so that kind of gives him a way of like just kind of like not necessarily leading, but like him being valuable to her as they're trying to work together to get through all this.
He could be valuable to her being like a soldier, and she could be valuable to him because she's like, I know how to get us out of this jungle, away from Demon Dick.
Well, I mean,
they set traps. They dig holes.
I see it the opposite way. Where like, I mean, is this the home, or are they at the home planet of Brarley?
Yeah, they're in.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I thought they were just on like a moon, like they met up on a moon that they were fighting. I didn't know.
They're sieging this planet because they won't join them.
Okay.
They're trying to be peaceful and be like, hey man, you could help us, man, but we're gonna kill you if you don't. So, you know.
Okay, so
evil.
We got Gunzen and Brarley running through the jungle, and
so. All right, when we get to how do we get to this point? So he's in like a group of people that are killed. He gets captured, right?
There's a lot of notes.
Okay, so my man Gunzen gets captured by her, by the Crimson Federation.
Yep.
Do we want to go ahead and just to give names of secondary characters? We don't need to know much about them, but just so we have some secondary characters. So it's not there'll be at least I'll just say one on each side. So Gunzen will have with him. Shit. Do we want a girl or a guy on Guns Inside?
Yeah, show our outline for the show.
What?
Nothing. I just popped over and looked. You had the outline for the show.
No, that was the notes that Matt was doing.
No, it was the outline for the show.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It sure was, buddy.
Oh, it was. I was like, man, this is a lot of notes.
I saw my name and I was like, oh, that's the outline for the show. Anyway.
No, yeah, I definitely screwed the pooch on that one. Speaking of screwing the pooch, one of the secondary characters is going to be Ralph. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and I'm going to introduce two characters. They're going to be Jim Johnson. Ralph
should be her, or someone should be her right-hand man that's in love with her and doesn't like that Gunzen and her in love with each other.
That's okay. That'll be Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson is an average height man, average weight, middle-aged, normal, unremarkable head of hair. He has a well-kept mustache. Nope, not gonna worry about that. He lives alone aside from his dog, who is his best friend. Not much else to say about him. He's not a bad guy, but he does nothing to make him a good guy either. Just lives his life and doesn't bother anybody.
And he has an average penis.
Yeah. Okay. And Ralph is going to be Jim's dog. It's a girl dog. He always refers to it as a boy. Ralph is overweight and from being fed too much with a little exercise. He's middle-aged for a dog, doesn't know any tricks. Sits at the door all day waiting for Jim to get home to refill his bowl. Eats and then lays on the couch with Jim.
I feel like this is a reference to something and I don't get it.
It's not. It's just
just Ralph. He's the dog.
It's just Jim's character was just supposed to be just an unremarkable man. That was who the character was, and so his dog is unremarkable. The original idea is Jim Johnson, Brarely was his ex-wife, and then she later married Gunson because he's a better man. But we're not doing that. So Jim Johnson is a guy that's in love with Brarely, but he's unremarkable, and she doesn't really care too much for him. Ralph is his dog that's just always there with him. And then for she's all right. It's a girl dog, so we can call him a he because that's what. kind of a fat lazy piece of shit dog, but that's all because of Jim. That's Jim's fault because Jim's a lazy, just not really much to say about him. And then I have one more character, so this will be Gunson's secondary character. This was supposed to be a bad character.
Still can.
Yeah. Her name is Saggy Maggie.
It could be Bony Tony's sidekick.
Saggy Maggie is a whore. She sleeps with men for money, relies on men to take care of her. Older, overweight, large, heaving breasts, holds a grudge, lives alone aside from the men that come in and out of her life. Has many children, none stay in contact with her. Called Saggy Maggie because she always lets her ass hang out of her pants. Says she is presenting to the boys.
Jesus fucking Christ! All right, what?
So what is she? What is she?
Yeah, what is she?
Is she just a Hanoverian prostitute?
That's
Is she
that is the character that I had set up, and we can. I'm giving all the information like I said I wasn't going to, just because it's funny and I wanna say the funny stuff. But but mostly just take whatever you want. Saggy Maggie, and her name can just be Maggie, and it's just a secondary character. Similar to how Jim is a character that's in love with Brarely, Maggie can be in love with Gunson.
Interesting. So,
man, people really did not like Maggie.
So Maggie's in love with Gunson?
She can. She doesn't have to be.
We got to figure out what she would be doing.
She's just there as like another, like one of, like I see it as both sides had squads with them. Bony Tony killed off most of the members of those squads, and these are the 4 people left.
Okay.
Brarely, Jim, and Jim's dog, and then Gunson, Maggie, and that's it. So those are the 5 characters left.
So Maggie's Maggie another prisoner?
Yeah, I mean they would.
Person. She could be like I said, a Hanoverian prostitute that bangs these soldiers.
Because they did such a good job for capturing Gunson.
No, I mean if you ever knew like in war, like there's like prostitutes there that bang these soldiers. She could be one of those.
Sucky $5, I believe.
Yes, I didn't want to do all that, but yeah, she's one of those.
It's a little.
And somehow
we're referencing a movie, not a. It's not. I'm not.
Yeah,
being
Full Metal
racist.
Jacket. It's fantastic. I've really grown to like the second half of that movie a lot more. But
really,
yeah, it's good. People would always talk about the first half, but the second half's quite good.
I'm sure it is.
It is. You never seen it?
I usually stop once they get to Vietnam or wherever it is.
A lot of people do. They stop after Arlie Ermey's fantastic performance as a drill sergeant.
He's like, I'm here to teach you how to be a drill sergeant for the movie. And they're like, can you just do it? And he's like, fine.
Fine, I guess I'll do it. What is your major malfunction? Anyway, so she's a prostitute. So we have Gunson, Brarely as a prostitute. I don't know why she's there, but whatever, we'll go with it. We have Brarely.
I mean, you're making her. She doesn't have to be a prostitute. She can just be another. She can just be a girl named Maggie. The bio that I gave for
her was she was a hooker.
The bio that I gave for her, we can throw it out the window. We just need a character. So that's why I'm no longer calling her Saggy Maggie. I'm just calling her Maggie. She's just another soldier. Maybe she could have been like a whore that was slutting around with all the other soldiers, and she always had an eye for Gunson. That was the one penis that she never got.
They both have opposite sex characters who are in love with them.
Are we going love triangle, guys?
We're going with love.
I would say Maggie maybe wouldn't be in love with him. She just sees him as the one guy that she hasn't been able to get while she was in the squad. Like she's pretty much.
So we're going psychological slasher / love triangle
Yeah.
/ unrequited love.
Like I could see there easily being something that would happen where, say, she notices Gunson and Brarely are starting to kind of hit it off.
Yeah, man, she could be the person that's like, you two shouldn't be together because she's this person, and Jim Johnson could be like, you two shouldn't be together because of this. You know, your opposite
and like
actions.
Jim is
You
in
should be
love with
me.
Brarely.
I'm Johnny.
But Maggie is more. She's not in love with Gunson. She just wants to have sex with him, and it makes her jealous that he's the one guy that's always turned her down, and so it pisses her off that even in this situation,
You know how men are that way with women. You know, it could be the flip because we're very progressive on this show.
Yeah, that's what we try to aim for.
Trying to get that D, that guns and D. So we'll go with, I like that a lot.
Guns and Deezes.
So they capture Gunson and Maggie.
Yeah.
And Jim Johnson and Brarely. So they're only being interrogated. Yes. And the power goes out, and Bony Tony's there, just murking people
Mm-hmm.
to kill the Crimson Dawn or Crimson Federation. I really did not want to say Crimson Dawn, and I messed up and did say it. So the Crimson Federation, he's there killing everybody, and what happens? So like Bony Tony's like, he goes crazy because of his demon penis, wants to murder people. He's slashing them.
Well, I think you were the one that said it. The demon penis takes over, and he's like, we can make more money if we ransom them. You said earlier.
I did say that we could have something like there'd be some type of reason that
he decides
this
instead
guy
of
would go against
instead of doing the job.
Yeah,
he decides that he's going to do the ransomment, and that's basically his demon penis taking control of him.
Maybe we could do like another planet, or I don't know, is like betraying them, and like he's working for this other planet, and he starts just killing everybody. I don't know, man.
I think Tony? I definitely see with the way this is going right now, there's definitely going to be a turn in the movie where Maggie, being jealous that Gunson and Brarely's hitting it off, she's like, well, I'm going to go get with Bony Tony here, and then I'm going to show him, and then she's going to be flipped to being a demonic possessed person as well, and be a part of the bad guy group. We do have to do some type of
more paranormal stuff with it, because that's what Matt picked. Instead of, something that would have helped the story. What do you think, Matt?
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good addition.
You're welcome.
Just like last
week. I like that. So what I have right now in the notes is that Gunson and Braley and the other two side characters, Jim Johnson and Aggie Maggie, all
Aggie Maggie, that's her name.
Escape the base because they're running from Bony Tony and his demons.
So they're
they're in the jungle.
Bony goes crazy immediately and starts killing people in this space and hacking and slashing, and they escape from the base into the jungle.
Right.
And that's where like all the shit starts going down for these four characters.
Yeah.
Five. Don't forget about Ralph.
Oh yeah, Ralph. That's right. Ralph the fat dog.
I think Ralph will have a key moment where he sacrifices himself for the.
It's
for
a
the
dog.
Group. Like where Ralph will sacrifice himself for the opposite side, and that'll help solidify them as working as a group. Where our faction divide doesn't matter anymore. We're actually on the same team.
We're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
Okay, so the dog sacrificed itself very heroically. This fat, out of shape, unremarkable dog.
He was remarkable in the end.
He made up for it. I mean, there's no rule that says dogs can't play basketball. So there's no rules that say they can't sacrifice themselves on this psychological horror thriller flick that's about love also.
So I say we bring in the faction conflict into it again while they're in the jungle. Maggie Maggie and Gunson want to leave and head back to where their camp is.
I don't mean to interrupt you, I'm sorry. Why don't they escape separately and then meet back up in the jungle and be like, hey, motherfucker, you're this, you captured us, blah, 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 blah. So they're not. So that's when their reconnect is, and it's not in the base escaping together, because it wouldn't make sense for them to escape together. It would make sense for them to break up oh my god, everyone's getting killed, and then like somehow they run away, and somehow Maggie and Gunson escape, some MacGyver type situation, I don't know, and they get away, and they meet back up in the jungle, and they're like, well, we have to work together now because this guy's killing.
Gunson escapes with Maggie's help, and they're trying to get back to their camp.
They meet up in the jungle.
Yeah,
I like that.
And then
I mean, I came up with it.
Braley escapes with the help of Jim, and they're also in the jungle.
Jim. So we got Jim, Ralph, Braley,
and
Maggie, and Gunson. All three of them. It's weird calling a dog a character, but whatever. We'll go with it.
That's kind of why I was wanting to kill him off as soon as possible, just to.
Ralph has a heart attack on the way out of the base.
No. He sacrifices himself. How about he tries to sacrifice himself and he has a heart attack on the way there?
Maybe they could be like, they meet up and they're like, hey, blah blah blah, like you're fuck you, blah blah blah, you know, and then Bony Tony like starts to show up and Ralph sacrifices himself for them.
Ralph attacks.
And they're all like, well, we have to work together. And they're like, and so they see like a little humanity out of
the dog.
Braley and Jim. Well, the dog's dead. They see, you know how like war is. They hype you up thinking like this person's evil animal, crazy people. And then people they meet and they're like, you know.
People are people.
They're people. Yeah, exactly. So they're like, oh my God, they're actually like nice people. You know, they're
just on the other side.
Exactly. They're on the other side. And they realize that there are, you know, they're humane when their dog dies and they're all upset.
I think a lot of good war movies have done that, and I'm not saying that as in we shouldn't do that, but like that's always a good point that they always try to make is there's like a moment where you're fighting somebody who's the same age as you, they have nothing to do with you, they have a family or whatever back home, and you realize it's and then like I can't remember what
you don't know why you're fighting, you're just you know that you're fighting them. You talk about like the Christmas truce of like in World War I where they all just like got out of their trenches and were like giving each other chocolates and playing soccer, and then we're like, we'll go back to killing each other tomorrow. Like it's crazy to think about. Yeah. So it could be that kind of situation, and they realize, hey,
didn't somebody stand up and hold a Coke or something like that?
And then the polar bear showed up on a sled. You know,
and
just like that. And Don Draper came up with the I like to buy a world of Coke theme. That was the ending of Mad Men. No, you didn't know that? Matt, what are you doing right now?
I watched like the first 2 episodes of Mad Men.
Adding to the notes.
Yeah, he's writing the notes.
Mad Men is a fantastic show. All right. So they
decides he's good in each other and decides to work together.
They decide they're going to work together. They
try to bring down Tony.
They comfort Jim and Braley and saying they're sorry their dog died, and they're like, hey, let's work together. Let's just try to get out of here now that this Bony Tony character's. Did they know it's Bony Tony? I don't know. Do they know there's a demonic penis man that's run? Like everyone knows Boba Fett.
I think it now because when he
I'm Bony Tony and his dick is out.
Did the scene happen where he made the ransom videos that I said earlier? Did that ever happen?
Oh yeah, that's right. You want a ransom video? So who's doing the ransom?
Well, I mean, I would say that he possesses Gunson and Braley and sends a ransom video to both.
That's got to be way later then, because they're just now meeting up, being pals, and going to work together.
Well, that's what I assumed. He initially captured them, made the videos or whatever, and then they had to break free of that. They had to work together to break free, and then I guess they left on separate paths. We don't have to do it that way, but that's kind of how I've had it in my head this whole time.
No. I don't like that. I think that maybe one of them gets captured. But if he's just slashering people, why is he making a ransom video? That's the thing. The only thing that fucks all this up is that Matt did slasher. So like he's supposed to go and start stabbing people.
Yeah, that is the slasher is thrown off. Because the reason I had even came up with that is because you had came up with the idea of like he comes in, he's supposed to be, his job is to go and help Gunson's group and bring him back. But then
you're blaming me?
No. But then you had said to do the ransom thing, or to basically he goes that the penis takes over. And it's like, hey, let's actually try to make more money out of this. And so that was my whole basis of it all. But if he's actually going into full slasher mode, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I don't know how he would make more money. We have to come up with like what would be the reason he can make more money off of it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because if it's gonna be a slasher, He has to be there he's just killing in the name of fun.
He's fucking Michael Myers and Jason, and it's like, there's that guy, and he's walking slow, and someone trips and hurts their ankle, and he's still walking.
He started out as like the bounty hunter to collect guns and Maggie.
And to be fair, Matt's the guy that knows slasher type films way more than us. So how about giving us a hand, buddy?
I'm about to. He goes. He is originally going to save.
Who's he?
Bony Tony.
BT.
Bony Tony's originally going to go save guns.
I gotta say real quick, I love how many times I've gotten you guys to say Bony Tony tonight. I really appreciate that.
I do like Bony Tony.
So he's originally going to go save them.
Bony's going to save them. He's not going to kill them.
Yeah, he's going to go save Gunson and Maggie. Falls into a bloodlust or something like that.
I think his mission should be go and take out Braley at all costs, and he just happens to get caught in the crossfire. Why would they save Gunson? Who's Gunson? He's just some fucking guy they're sending. It just got captured in the battle.
Okay,
America doesn't save people. They're like, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Everybody claps. Like,
because the Crimson won their last battle, and so the Federation's like nuclear option, send in Bony Tony.
Yeah, like
that guy's a madman.
He's a crazy guy.
Bony Tony is like he's kind of like an elite assassin of some sort, like
a Boba Fett.
Yeah, he
can
like go in there and
he can. The Joker to do a certain job. And then the Joker
I like
goes crazy and kills everybody.
I like that idea of being the nuclear option because in their mind, everybody on their side, Gunson's not the leader of the group like Braley is. So his job is to go there and just clear everything out.
So we're going with the Silnarian armies. Like, we can't crush these rebels, and someone goes, "Get me Bony Tony on the phone."
Yeah, pretty much. And once Gunson sees,
he's a madman. I know, but he's our only choice.
Once Gunson sees Bony Tony, he knows that he's basically left for dead at this point. He knows there's no rescue party coming.
So he's famous. They know who Bony Tony is.
Yeah, Bony Tony's job is to come there, and he is infamous, he's the closer. He comes there and he just finishes everything off. And so
there's a bounty hunter here. Who is it? And his dick starts floating up. And so horns on it. Oh my God, it's Bony Tony.
And that's why at this point, they like Gunson is able to basically relay to Rare like, hey, we're on the same side now at this point. Like we're doesn't matter.
Same side. There are differences. You gotta stare at differences aside. Nice tits.
Because Bony Tony isn't gonna care whose side you're on.
Yeah, but right. Gunson's like, all right, it doesn't matter whose side we're on now. But Maggie's still like, we need to capture Braley. We need to capture her and bring her back to base. So she's still on the mission. She's agreeing to work with them for now. Now they're being chased by Bony Tony, but her mind is still on the mission. Capture Braley.
She is a strong, independent woman who puts the job first.
Yep.
Maggie?
Yep, Maggie.
Okay,
no, I think like no. I was thinking of Braley. Is Maggie? That's how Maggie is.
Yeah, Maggie wants to capture Braley. That's the mission.
Even though they're in this no-win situation,
we could have an end where like they want to be together, and she's like tries to kill Braley or some shit. You know, she's like, "That's our mission," blah blah blah, and then we could have them. I don't know. It could be something like that. That'd be
yeah. There could be like an ending point where like
Tony.
They think they've won. Go ahead.
So they rob banks with masks on, and Keanu Reeves has the gun pointed at what's his fucking name, Patrick Swayze, who's dead, and he goes and he points his gun up and he shoots it up in the air a bunch of times instead of killing Patrick Swayze because he loves him so much.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought, and I think Matt was on board with my train of thought. So
yeah,
I just wanted to do a Point Break reference. I'm sorry.
What was I saying, Matt?
Well, my thought process was they defeat Tony. They use a bunch of predator tricks. The logs coming down the trees.
They cover the logs. They cover themselves in mud.
Coming out.
Yeah, Ewoks.
What I was thinking.
But when they're all celebrating, like, yay, we won, and then Maggie's like, bang, right into Braley, shoots Braley, and it's like, all right, we completed the mission.
That's not what I was saying. What I was thinking is maybe they get to
a they could die. It could be a sad ending. I like that too.
Braley dies, and then Gunson like just decks Maggie in the face.
It could be like the Departed ending. She shoots Braley, Gunson shoots Maggie, Bony Tony comes and shoots fucking Gunson in the head.
Or just Jim kills him because they're still
What
Jim.
An ending to that movie. That was crazy.
Ralph comes back out of nowhere and jumps in front of Jim, and he gets shot again.
What happened to Jim? Yeah, what's up with Jim, dude?
Jim's just there.
He's not really doing anything special.
He's so sad because Ralph's dead, but then Ralph comes back as a hellhound and Gorse.
Oh no, he resurrected
Oh,
Ralph.
I like that. I like
That is a really good idea. He's a
Write
demon
it
dog.
down.
Write it down. Write that down.
Write that down.
That's a great idea. Go ahead, write it down, man.
I like how we're saying write it down. He's not writing it down.
Let's watch Matt write it down. Go ahead, Rat. Where's your notebook?
It's back there where my token.
Okay. Doesn't his whole setup look different? And I asked him why his setup looked different, and he goes, "Oh, I went back to work." I was like, "What the fuck's that got to do with anything?"
You know how there used to be a computer here?
You had like blue and black lights and shit going on in there. Don't act like it wasn't completely different.
I got a new TV for the office. I put it up there.
Yeah, let's keep it out of camera. Yeah, go ahead.
And I had a computer right here.
Uh-huh.
That was my work computer. I had to turn that in because I can no longer work from home.
What mic arm do you have right now?
I have this knee weir.
Is it that $20 mic arm?
Yeah.
The one I have in my closet? Okay.
It's really shitty one.
Dang, dang, dang. The springs are always clanging and clanging around.
That's how mine is.
You spelled guns in G-U-N-Z-I-N?
Yeah, I'm just writing words.
I spelled it G-U-N-Z-E-N.
It is, Matt has written a book. We'll just keep that. How's the book going, by the way?
The Ewok, the Ewok Tony.
The Ewok Tony with, the logs come down and hit the AT-AT.
The AT-AT walker? I say AT-AT, but I do hear AT-AT walker. What do you call STSTs, though? Like, what do they call them? Hello?
I don't know.
You guys there?
I don't know.
Is this thing on? Is microphone feedback going to start happening?
Maggie shoots Brarely.
So that's how that movie's going to end. She's going to shoot Brarely.
Yep, Maggie shoots Brarely. Gunson.
What a sad ending. That literally makes me feel sad.
And beats Maggie to death.
So are we going to have them confess their love to each other at any point?
Devin.
Oh my god!
I don't know what happened.
It was me. It was me. Oh my god! I did it. I
was seriously just thinking about
it
that.
hasn't happened.
Because I had just went and fixed mine.
I'm sorry, guys.
I think it takes everybody once, and then we figure it out. It took me 3 times, I think.
I've been moving it, but I've just been so invested in what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're doing it's doing good. This is the best story we've done in these first 3 episodes.
So, are we gonna have them have them? I guess they're gonna have a moment. Are they gonna have like a Brokeback Mountain type love scene, or what?
Yeah, after Jim, after
Ralph dies.
Well,
Jim's got to die. Jim has to die.
Everybody has to die except for
Guns.
The 2 main characters. I guess
so
Maggie's
gonna die. She gets shot.
I guess Maggie's gonna stay alive long enough to kill. Here's one of the ways I see it. Here's the way I see Jim dying.
Okay.
And this, I don't know what time it's gonna happen. So it's been established that Ralph is gonna come back as a hellhound, a demon dog of some sort. And so what I see is as they're going around in the jungle all scared and stuff, he sees a dog off and he's like, "Oh, that's Ralph." And they're like, "That ain't Ralph, man. Don't go over there." He's like, "Shut up. I got to go save my dog." And he runs over to it, and then Ralph fucking murders him. They're like, "Okay, we got to get away from this dog now." So they're running. And so that's how Jim dies. And then later on in the story, I think they defeated Bony Tony. And then so that's when she turns, she kills Brarely. And then turns out Bony Tony wasn't actually dead, or he was on the ground, but that dick still comes up, and he kills her right after she kills Brarely. And then Gunson's the only one left, and he just shoots himself.
Almost interrupted you, but I was gonna say pretty much everything you just said.
Okay, it all worked out.
Yeah, pretty much he killed. Johnson dies, and then they think they killed him. She kills Brarely. Or Maggie gets killed by Tony again, then he kills Tony, or however we're going to have the ending work out in that regard.
Why would you do that, Maggie?
And what the listeners need to understand is all this stuff we're not doing a good job. I think we're just kind of hitting all the main beats, and then in an actual story, it'd all get fleshed out, and it'll be made to make more sense in chronological order and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, writing a book, you just kind of sit and write it. Maybe you have an idea of what you're going to do, but you kind of sort of just
This needs an outline.
Exactly. For this type of stuff, you kind of go, what's going to happen? And you fill in the gaps and details and stuff. Yeah. So, I actually think this is a pretty good story.
It's all brainstorming.
We're just spitballing here,
pitching burgers.
I like it.
Which, what
30 minutes left.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What I'm most excited about is that not only do we do, I think, one of the better stories we've done it, and way less time than normally, and we picked up 2 new viewers.
What happens after he kills Bony Tony? How does he kill Bony Tony?
Yeah. I would say whatever
suck
they
his
do.
dick off.
I think.
I gotta use bathroom.
All right. I think what happens.
This man's gonna leave in the middle of the stream.
I think what they think is they think they killed Bony Tony.
Now, Matt's left the stream, and you notice nothing's gonna change. Me and Tommy are gonna be doing this. Go ahead.
I think we just don't have the notes. I think. Well, I mean, do we want to go the comedic turn, or how do we want to do it? But I think what would make the most sense is they rip off the penis. But that's the funny thing. That's his strength. He cuts
his penis off, and Bony Tony's like, "Whoa, I've been crazy this whole time."
Yeah, and then maybe Bony Tony kind of comes to or something like that.
I see what you did there. Go ahead.
And then, but then so they think they're good. She tries to kill. She kills Brarely, but the penis, it's a demon penis. Maybe the demon escapes from the body at that point. And he possesses Brarely, or not Brarely.
Maggie
possesses Maggie. Or something like that. But then what do they do with Maggie? Then we got to figure out what we do with Maggie at that point.
She's dead. He kills her to death.
Well, how does he kill her?
He strangles her with her bare hands, like in that scene from
So he possessed
Bastards, where he chokes what's her name to death.
So, hold on. So he possessed. So the way I see it is the demon escapes the body of
they think
Bony
they've
Tony.
won.
So, but the demon escapes the body, so the demon's just floating around, and it then possesses Maggie and then strangles itself.
No, the demon possesses Maggie, or Maggie shoots Brarely, and it's like, "This is our mission the whole time. You can't be with her. I know you love her, and you FNS'd back there."
Oh, I got an idea.
And then the demon possesses her, and then they fight because they thought Bony Tony was gone, but I guess here's
an idea. So Bony Tony's dead. Mm-hmm. She kills Brarely. Then the demon they thought was dead then possesses Maggie, and Maggie, as the demon, then kills Gunzen, and then she walks away, and she is now the new Bony Tony. And just like any slasher movie, Jason never dies.
That's right.
They don't ever really defeat him.
And
so
now I really like what you were saying right now.
And now Bony Tony is no longer Bony Tony. It's now Saggy Maggie. Is now the new.
Did you hear anything we said, Matt?
I like the fact that Tony's not dead. Bring him back like a Jason Voorhees or something.
What I said is, so we'll do what we'd already talked about, where they think they killed Bony Tony. Saggy Maggie kills Brarely. The demon comes out then, and they think it's so. She's like, "We can finally be together, Guns, and just me and you." Blah blah blah. The demon has escaped Bony Tony's body, goes into Saggy Maggie's body, and then as this new Saggy Maggie demon character, she kills Gunzen, and then she leaves, and she becomes this new elite hitman. Same thing Bony Tony was. She's the new version of that. Okay. And so the next movie, huh?
What's her tentacle demon?
Her vagina, her saggy vagina.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You think you go titties there, but we'll go. We'll go vagina.
I was thinking that, but she has
you
two.
Think saggy, you definitely think
it's
vagina.
like a hydra.
Well, that was always the bit. Like I was like, she has big heaving breasts.
That's the bit.
And then, but instead of it's not like same thing with Bony Tony. I'm like, this is a very thin, skinny guy, but he's called like, Bony Tony because of his penis.
Maggie's like, you probably think I'm Saggy Maggie because of my breasts, and she pulls them out, and they're like perfectly perky. She's like, it's actually my ass. It's saggy. Wonderful perky. So we'll go with that.
I like the idea of like Saggy Maggie. Like Bony Tony's walking around with like this rock hard penis that's always sticking out. Saggy Maggie's always wearing like a thong.
That's right. It's always erect. So how is it moving around like we were doing?
I don't know. But
he can have him kill someone like in Jack Frost or whatever the scary snowman movie was, where he like, I guess like that he like kills Shannon Elizabeth in the shower before she was famous, and like. I guess they had it so like he was effing her to death in the shower, and he's just like boom, boom, boom against the shower and kills her. That's what happened to Shannon Elizabeth in that movie before American Pie.
So the way I see it, so the Bony Tony penis.
So you don't want to do what I just said?
I'm not saying. I just wanted to finish saying what I said. So Saggy Maggie, like Bony Tony's got a hard penis all the time. Saggy Maggie, she's wearing like panties or some sort, and you can always see two long lips just hanging out of both sides, flopping around. And that's what comes out and gets you. And that's how the movie ends. You see Guns is sitting there looking at Saggy Mag, and he's like, "Oh no, what happens next?" And then two big lips just come up and grab his face.
Oh, I have spilled this beer like 3 times, man. Oh, go ahead.
That was it. We don't have to do that. That was just a joke.
No, I loved it, dude. I loved it.
You spent all that time explaining it. That's what's going on now.
That her vagina lips are just going haywire.
Christ.
That's the creepiest thing I can think of.
My coochie lips. You ever seen that video of that girl? She gets like slapped by the cops, and she's like, "I had to adjust my coochie lips," because she was like messing. He was like, "I know you put something in there or whatever." She's in the back of a cop car. You ever seen that video?
No.
It's pretty funny.
I believe so.
My coochie lips.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That 1990.
So are we good with this?
Yeah.
I'm good. Good night, everybody.
We need to hit us with a synopsis now.
All right, Matt, hit us with a synopsis. You got the notes. Go on now.
All right.
As you're going through, I'll pull it up
episode
for the
3
stream
notes.
as well.
What would it take for me to get you to get a haircut?
Nothing.
Nothing will make you. If I'm like, I give you fucking $1,000. Would you get your haircut? You'd say no.
Yeah.
You would say no.
Yeah.
To $1,000 cash.
I'll take $1,000. I'll take $1,000 for a haircut.
Yeah. You just have to shave it.
Ah, shit! I didn't think you'd
shave your beard. Would you shave your beard for $1,000?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like
I actually did it like last week or like 2 weeks ago on accident.
Mine doesn't grow as fast as I thought it did. Anyway, go ahead, Matt. Synopsis with your terrible hair.
All right. Sweetwater is in Atlanta, Georgia. It's on the back of the can.
I don't think any of this was written chronologically.
No, but that was one of the first things I wrote for the notes.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't think you should be going over it chronologically.
No, go ahead. Go ahead with everything we talked about.
We'll pepper in the extra details.
Yeah.
We still got 23 minutes to fill, so go ahead and just go over everything.
we'll fill it in.
All right, this is a planetary Romeo and Juliet. MC,
of.
Feller, stationed on a planet fighting the rebel army. Gunzen, he was abandoned in the jungle. He grew up there. The love interest is Brainery Maiden, leader of the rebel faction, the Crimson faction. Brarely captures Gunzen. Gunzen is captured by the Crimson faction. He resists the interrogation. They call him the Crimson, who is Brarely. Brarely gets him to talk. Gunzen's planet sends in the nuclear option Bony Tony to cut. Bony Tony cuts the power and starts systematically killing the Crimson faction with his tentacled demon penis.
That's right. Always erect.
All right, this is.
So it's not fair to call it a tentacle.
Yeah.
Bony Tony captures the lovers and some secondary characters, and his penis loses its mind and decides to turn on Gunzen's.
Bony Tony's like, this dick is crazy. I don't know what to do.
Really thinking with his second head. Starts killing everyone. Gunzen, with Maggie's help, escapes the base, and Braley, with Jim and Ralph's help, escape and are chased down by Bony Tony.
All right,
Jim Johnson.
Hold on, let me see. Just keep going ahead, and I'll fill in.
Jim Johnson, who is Braley's right-hand man, who is also in love with her. He has a dog named Ralph, who is unremarkable and fat. Maggie was captured with Gunzen, and she also wants to have sex with Gunzen, and just keeps her mind on the mission.
I will say, I'm reading this. I'm looking at the notes you have, and I know Tommy did like notes last week, but it was just like there's so many spelling errors and like miscapitalized.
They're gonna be.
It's so there shouldn't be, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm taken aback by
when you're typing so fast, especially in modern day when you're used to like watch this. You see Ralph.
You wouldn't have any if I typed
Ralph,
that fast.
Let me just go ahead and.
If I took notes, it would be fine.
Then it sounds like we need a new host, and you need to be the new.
Like he spelled Bony Boney, and then Tony not capitalized.
I was just typing.
It's a man's name. You capitalize proper nouns. Whatever, man. We'll go ahead. Go ahead.
Maggie and Gunzen meet up with Braley and Jim. They argue and almost fight. And then Tony shows up. Ralph tries to attack Tony, but is killed. Each side sees the good in each other and decide to work together.
Hold on. When I guess maybe it doesn't show up till later. I don't know if you have it written in, but yeah, the Bony Tony, when he kills Ralph, he actually ends up possessing Ralph.
Yeah, that's what I just put Demon Dog Ralph kills Jim.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so so Tony.
Oh, he's killed by his own dog. That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's what we said. Like Jim was
you didn't catch that earlier when we said it?
No, I thought Jim just got murdered. I'm
no,
sorry.
like later on when they're in the jungle and they're running, Jim sees his dog off in the distance. He's like, "Oh shit, that's Ralph. Ralph's okay." And he goes over to get him. They're like, "Don't do it, man!" And then that's when it's revealed that it's not his dog anymore.
Yeah, because like when we're constantly talking and trying to come up with ideas, and you're just trying to type to keep up and then stay engaged in the conversation, you don't really pay attention to the.
No, it's not easy.
You know, it's funny that you say that he gets killed by his dog, gets possessed, because I was thinking that exact same thing to bring up, but I think you guys were talking and I forgot about it. That's exactly what I was going to do. He gets possessed and kills Jim. That's exactly what I was going to think of. Our friendship is
we stole another idea.
It's like, it's just, that can't be trash. That can't be trash.
That can't be trash.
All right, go ahead.
They Ewok Tony, and Maggie shoots rarely. Guns shows these guns and beats her to death, but I think we changed that.
What? What did you say?
That's right. We changed it that she's possessed and she kills Gunzen, and then she gets away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, now Maggie's the new Tony.
Okay.
And Ralph the Hell.
Now Maggie's the new Tony, baby.
That's when she officially becomes Saggy Maggie, because he was Bony
right.
Tony because of his penis. Now she's Saggy Maggie because of her ass.
Okay, so her name's Maggie, and then she becomes Saggy Money, like Bony Tony became Bony Tony.
Yep.
What a wonderful bookend. We can end 18 minutes early. Fuck it, dude.
I don't like even if.
So how'd y'all think of the story?
What do you say we knock off early?
So what y'all think? What do y'all think of the story?
I know I really liked
liked
it. I think it. This I think.
If you take out a lot of the comedic elements, it actually has all the makings of like. What would be a good slasher
could
movie.
be a good story.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like I think the way it's done. I mean, everything can always be done better, but this kind of hits perfectly what I'm wanting this to be. Where it's a mix of comedy while still actually producing a good story.
Dude,
and like you said, if you take out the funny bits and everything, this could work into a decent.
I like movies where you don't know where they're going. Like if you've seen Hot Fuzz, like where you don't know it's gonna be this murder movie and it turns into this crazy like murder.
Yeah. Hot Fuzz
awesome.
is like 3 movies.
Yeah, it's great. And so like a movie like this where it's like you think it's this horror story, it turns into this like slasher flick. Like that's awesome, man. And I think it's really good. Good on you, Matt.
Some weird sexual horror movie.
Yeah, that was
I think all good horror and paranormal horror has weird sexual overtones.
Yeah. Didn't like one of the new Halloween movies, the guy who was having sex with this woman, didn't he pick him up by his penis?
What's scarier than somebody being fucked by a demon penis?
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't want that.
Choo choo.
So
well, good night, everybody.
So I think this all turned out really good. I'm pretty happy about it. Let's see.
We have no comments, but I got a couple of text messages.
We do have a couple messages.
You got a couple of text messages.
We have Logan saying the fuck. He said watch Thanksgiving, which I'm not sure what that is. I'm guessing it's something.
Did we steal a movie? Did we steal an idea?
That's what I'm thinking. Like some of these things probably came from that.
Yeah, my chat didn't update.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But I had a text, Tom, and I'll tell you this offline.
It's funny how like actually the chat that shows up in the stream shows it before, like the chat that I see on the right hand side. But he said xenomorphs are initially phallic. I don't know anything about xenomorphs, so. But I agree with you.
Fucking dinosaur people that change into animals and dinosaurs and shit. Is that what xenomorphs are?
I think you're talking about animals.
That's animorphs.
Oh, that's animal. I'm sorry. Xenomorphs, the Giger fucking construction things, right? H.R. Giger, yeah.
I remember seeing as a kid like all those Animorph books, and I always thought they were so fucking cool. And then now,
never read a one.
This is what I really hate.
I was just flipping through the book.
And this is where I'm going to start ostracizing a lot of people. This is what I hate about furry stuff, because like I really always thought like the werewolves turning into animals, all that sort of stuff, like Animorphs. I always thought that shit was really cool, like Druids and WoW. I really like that stuff. But now you can't really be into that stuff anymore without being labeled or looked at as some weird guy that wants to be a dog fucking another dog.
Hey, I really like werewolves. I don't think people look at me like that.
No, I look at you like that.
Yeah. Especially when you grow your hair out long and your beard. Give me a howl, man. Let me see your best howl. I was watching a video, some TikTok video of a girl like with another girl or whatever. I don't know if they call themselves girls. Anyways, and he's like, She's like, I'm going to teach you how to howl. Give me your best howl. And the person howled. And then the person that's supposed to be the professional howler is just like so smug about how shitty that howl was. And I'm like, God damn it, man.
Hold on, I want to share a video. You watch this later.
Thanksgiving is a 2007 American horror comedy. It made it for $112,000 that was raised through Kickstarter.
That's what's great about this. We're just piling up pitches. We can raise the money through Kickstarter.
Tommy, I want
Killing.
Devin, do you think the special poetry slam werewolf is a good video to watch?
The what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever.
No, I don't know if it's a good idea to play this.
Oh, during the show, no. I think this
Probably
definitely.
But I will share it. I'll post it in the Discord, and y'all can watch it.
Nah, go ahead and play it, dude.
You can watch it.
But yeah, I'll say so yeah, definitely going into next week, we're gonna do some things a little bit different. One of the key differences is we're gonna actually announce what I want to start doing is just to give a hook for the audience and to build up some stuff for promotion. Is we're gonna let people know what a basic idea of the story is. So like next week's story, I'm gonna be doing the story next week. And it's going to be which is I didn't realize you were going to do a sci-fi space thing, but mine's going to be like a space adventure. It's going to be the way I have it set up right now in the genre, and a lot of stuff will be changed based on the characters and the genre that's picked. But the way I have it right now is it's going to be like a space adventure kind of mystery that has to be solved. But that's kind of what I have right now. And then the reason we didn't want to let this stuff out before, because this will kind of help, this will possibly like influence the characters and it'll influence the genre. But I think still whoever's making up the genre, they can still throw a wrench in with the genre, and they'll be almost more intentionally doing so, knowing what the story is going to be. And then the characters, I think it'll actually help more if the person is making the characters that'll fit better into the story, instead of like, because my idea was like, if somebody has orcs or elves or whatever, it'll fit in the story and make it more dynamic. But it actually ends up making it just harder to build it right, and it makes it just less believable and makes sense, because we have to go through a lot of work to make it all fit and make sense. So I think it's better if the characters person knows an idea of the setting of the story.
Well, I'm on genre next week, so
Matt'll be doing characters.
Yeah.
And I said earlier, I don't know if you saw it, we don't have to follow the trend of everybody swaps roles every week. We can do that if you want to. Which you did.
I like it.
I just figured you weren't interested in doing characters or story, and then you knocked this story out of the park. I think it was definitely the best story setup we've had so far. No offense, Matt. And I know like Matt's really good at just pulling some ideas out of his ass. It won't take him long to come up with something. Me, I have a list. Like the story we're doing next week is a story I came up with from a dream I had like a year ago that I've been wanting to work on, but I never will. And so I'm just going to use this as a way to do it.
I wrote that an hour before the show.
It's so funny that you came and you're like, you start reading, I'm like, what did he steal this from? There's no way this is something that he came up with.
I literally I thought of like a war-torn love story, and then I looked up a name generator for like I'm not good at names. I'm so bad at names. Yeah. So I came up with like planet names. I said okay, and then I came up with a faction name, and then I just kind of wrote. I mean, it didn't take me that long.
Yeah. That was the key thing is I just didn't expect you, because you're just not into that more nerdy story-driven stuff. And so it just surprised me to think, like, everything was it was good, and it just surprised me to think that you were sitting there like, this planet, that planet, and all this weird nerdy stuff. I just didn't expect that from you.
That's right. But bitch, what you don't know about me, you could just about fill the fucking Grand Canyon, dude.
That is true.
That's right. All right, good night, everybody.
All right. Do you guys want to go ahead and end it?
I mean, we got 11 minutes. I mean, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, that's the goal. Is like I even have in the notes here I showed to everybody. Talk about whatever we haven't. We'll talk about whatever.
Fuck it.
If we haven't made it
like
time
the
yet.
Pokemon game.
That is something I did want to talk about.
Pokemon's pretty good.
What do you like about the Pokemon?
It's like a week late now, but last week I definitely wanted to talk about that because that's all three of us have been playing that a lot. I haven't finished it yet either. I think I'm right at
5-star man. That's where I'm at right now.
I think I'm 6-star. I'm right at the part where you're about to fight the final boss.
What? Wait, are you talking? After you collect the plates? Have you collected all the plates yet?
Yeah. I've did all the whatever, and like I'm at the part where like you're kicked out, and you go around, you talk to everybody, and I think I'm right at the part where you make your decision on which clan you're gonna follow, which is dictating the legendary you're gonna fight at the end.
You're just gonna spoil everything for me.
Well,
yeah, I mean it's been.
That's not the final boss.
It's been a few weeks. It's not.
No.
I know, but I've been playing Escape from Tarkov again. I don't have time to play.
I've been enjoying it. I mean, the game doesn't let you think that you need a team, so I never built a team.
Yeah.
So when I got to the final boss, I'm like, holy shit, I need a team.
Yeah, it really doesn't like do that at all. Yeah. So like I'm trying to build, like you said, most of the time you're building like a balanced team, and then I'm like, I can't find a decent grass Pokemon worth the fuck. Like I can't find a fire Pokemon. Like there's not a lot to pick from.
You literally just go out and catch some alphas, and that really seems to be like.
I know. I caught the alpha Tangle of evolution thing, and like it's
Tangle growth.
Grass. Yeah, it's pretty decent grass Pokemon.
It's really easy to train stuff. So like I'm fine with that. Like I just wish like every single boss battle made you feel like you needed to do that. But there's no boss battle because every boss battle is really you just fight them kind of, and you can really go through
Pokemon out.
You could go the whole thing without even doing it.
What's the point?
Get you a Electrode. It's grass and electric. Tails like your.
Oh, that's cool.
Electrode's a grass type.
The new version.
Interesting. They just change whatever they want, huh?
Well, see the new version, this new whatever regions version. If you look at him, he's like how the Pokeballs here are, how they're wooden and more older. So that makes sense that he'd be grass type.
Yeah, okay. I don't like it still, but all right.
Different. I'm not with you.
Did you ETF man?
How far? What Noble are you at, Devin? Have you battled Arcanine or Electrode yet?
That's the last one I did was Arcanine.
Oh. Okay. Electrode, I think that was the one that was kind of tough for me. Was it Electrode? Arcanine kept fucking me up. But Arcanine's easy. It's just I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't realize. Like I thought I don't know. Like the dodge timer's fucked up. Like I would dodge it, and it's like no, you didn't. And then you just move out of the way. Just move out of the way. You only have to dodge it. He's like, I'm a charging my charge. You just walk away.
How'd you do with
the
the
Evolug? Trying to remember. Oh, that one was a pain in the ass. It wasn't that hard though. Also, I didn't realize you could just restart it from where you fucking died. So
yeah, I try not to do that because I didn't know if it hammered your. I never or anything.
I never did that until that very last one. I'm sorry. You guys can go ahead and close it out if you want to. I gotta pee really fucking bad.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up and.
Well, he's got to end the stream.
That's right. He's the one that's got to end it. So I'm glad he decided to go off and pee. Have you not been playing Tarkov at all?
No, Joseph's been wanting me to play too.
It says you're level 3. Dude, tell Joseph we can play together, man. Because I need someone to play with. Because like you can't not run into. I killed a fucking guy today, and then like there's always one more, and I still because you get so excited, your animal brain's like, I killed someone, I gotta run up to this guy and loot his shit, and then you get killed by his buddy.
Here, I'll send you his.
I got his Discord.
You got his Discord? Oh yeah,
I don't know.
You can ask him if he wants
your
to play.
boy Clark or whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder how good he is. He's probably one of those guys that's like super duper good at it. That's cool. He plays though.
He plays all the time. He texted me asked me if I wanted to play with him. Like he texted me like Sunday at 10, asked me if I want. He was like, "Hey, can you hop on Tarkov?" And I'm like, "No, I gotta get up at 4 a.m."
I saw you were level 3. Maybe that was from the last time, and I was like, maybe he's been playing it a little bit. Because the new white with voice, like it's a completely different game. It's so much like this guy came up to me, he goes, "Hey, I saw someone get shot. I ran into this building," and he goes, "Hey, I'm friendly," and I was like, "Okay." And he walked up. He's like, "You want to go?" Because sometimes you have to extract.
Mm-hmm.
I had to extract with a scab. I was a PMC. He's like, "You want to go over here and extract together?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we went over there and extract together. I was like, "This is fucking great."
Oh, so they have voice now. That's pretty cool.
It's so much less scary. Where like scabs will talk to scabs aren't instantly shooting each other anymore because you get scab karma. It's great, man. It really adds a whole different dynamic to the game. That I like a lot.
Okay, yeah, I might check it out then.
You're still bad at shooters, but yeah,
I'm fucking terrible.
You're on a delay. It's really weird. I'm like, look left, and you like sit for a second, and then you start looking left. It's really weird.
I wonder. Have I played Tarkov since I got my new computer?
He had to figure out which way's left and right first. That's why there's a delay.
Left, he turns left.
Your left or my left?
He's like, because he doesn't want to get yelled at when he goes the wrong way.
We start getting shot at, and I'm like, Matt, and Matt just like sits there and he falls down. I'm like, you have to help me fight somebody. Like we have to fight someone.
I don't think I've played Tarkov on this my new computer yet.
My favorite part was whenever you were sitting here saying that. Whenever you're playing, like, you'll kill a guy, and then like you turn around and it's like you want to be like, hey man, did you see that cool kill? But there's nobody there because you don't have any fucking friends.
Well, I mean, you need someone to watch your back. You always run into
I know.
3 or 4 mans all the time. It's so annoying because, like, as a solo guy, you have to try to kill 4 people. It's impossible. And so, like, you kill someone and you get murdered. It's terrible, man.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to, we can take this party on over to Twitch and play a game of Valorant because I ain't playing Tarkov.
No, I'm gonna head off after this.
Yeah, I might go to bed.
Yeah.
Take a little snooze.
Speaking of new games, I've been playing a lot of Lost Ark. Devin, I think you would hate it, so you should give it a try.
Is that not the dinosaur game?
No, that's
Ark.
Okay. Well,
Lost
got
Ark,
the fucking names in there.
What it is,
it has
thing,
an adjective before
Lost Ark's not bad. It's basically it's
Where is it?
It's like if you took Diablo and put it and made it like an MMO. So
a Diablo sandwich.
It's not bad. Like you would like it just because how it's an asymmetric game. But it's a Korean game. It's not bad. And what's good is it's been out since 2018. It's just now getting a Western version. And so there's tons of content and people seem to really be enjoying it. I'm not hating it. The more I've played it. Yeah, the more I've played it, the more I've enjoyed it.
What's it called? Lost Ark?
Lost Ark.
I think Josh said it was like dumb.
Yeah, Josh didn't seem to like it, but I didn't like it at first. Like I was like, this is like it's so easy, and stuff. But like you get like the whole first 40, 50 levels is basically just a tutorial. It's basically just teaching you the systems of the game and how to control
40
your character.
to 50.
Yeah, it's very quick. It's very quick.
Okay, what's is there a level cap?
The level cap is 50. It's 50 is a soft cap. It can go to 60, but level 50 to 60.
We got some mixed reviews on this thing on Steam.
Level 50 to 60 is basically just there to give you an extra XP bar to grind through. It doesn't really, you get some more skill points, but it doesn't really, there's no more real progression other than some skill points. You can do all the end game content starting level 50. Josh, I'm assuming only played it a little bit and then was like, this isn't for me. And he's probably not playing it with people. I've had people to play with, so that's helped out a lot. Good job, Matt. I saw that.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to do something. If anyone's interested in playing some games, I got a Discord server where we play some MetaZoo, some Magic, some Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, just if you want.
Don't be plugging your other shit. Speaking of which, that's something else we forgot, Devin. If you want to go ahead and plug all our social media, or I can do it for us.
Yeah, go ahead and plug it.
All right, so everybody, thanks for watching. We also have all our social media channels. They're all in the link in the description. We got our Facebook. I'm actually thinking about just getting rid of our Facebook page that we have and just using the Facebook group because I don't think we need a Facebook page.
We don't
got a Facebook group.
Yeah, I was about to say because we don't usually use it. We don't post on it. Just Rough Crafters is good enough because that's what I do Grim History on.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just swap it. So yeah, we got our Facebook group. We have our TikTok, which we're gonna hopefully start putting out some more content. We didn't do so good this last couple weeks, but hopefully we can set up some sort of promos. I want to start putting more do a beer review thing, which we never talked about Sweetwater. That's another thing we got to do. We got to talk more about this, but check out our social media. If you're still watching at this point, we appreciate it. If you're watching on the replay, go and leave us a comment. You can leave us a comment on any of our channels, our Discord, our email. I think it's down there, the roughcraft@gmail. Any way that you can get in touch with us. Leave us suggestions for settings, characters, genres, whatever you want, stories, ideas, anything that you have, and we'll make sure we start peppering them in the story because we don't want this just to be a story for us. We want it to be a story created with you guys. So it's us three and you guys creating a story and drinking beer together. But check out all our social medias. They're all in the link down below, and follow those and comment and share and tell people to come here.
Thanks for watching.
Appreciate it, everybody. We'll see you guys.
We're not done. We got to talk about the beer. We got to talk about.
Yeah, no, I was just saying thanks for watching so I can end the Zencaster.
It's Sweetwater, dude. It is what it is.
It's probably, I would say this is like the best go-to IPA.
If you want to get into craft beer but you don't really know where to start, Sweetwater's a great place to start.
Yeah, and because I guess craft beer is pretty much synonymous with people as IPAs. That's what they
so
probably think of.
I remember getting into craft beer when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, and it's so much bigger now than it was then. There's so many microbreweries now. It used to be just a few, and now there's so fucking many of them.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, I got a comment from the chat. This is from.
Don't do it. Okay. I gotta learn how to get rid of those people. Let's see.
You have to ban them.
I know. I gotta figure out how to do that because I don't know how.
It's your channel, brother.
I know. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything. I looked it up midstream last time.
Anyway,
I have to get a moderator.
That it?
Let's see. Let me try this real quick.
What you gonna try?
Remove report HUD user on this channel. Okay. How did I not figure this? I must have been fucking drunk last night.
Probably.
Report. Let's see. Report as terrorism. What is there?
That's a fucking option.
It's unwanted commercial content or spam, pornography, child abuse, hate speech, promotes terrorism, harassment or bullying, suicide or self-injury, misinformation.
Jesus, you can't even say you want to kill yourself on here.
This guy was saying he wanted to kill himself.
This guy was saying he wanted suicide. I guess it's telling people to kill themselves. Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, his message is gone now. So I did figure it out. I was stupid last time. I think I just didn't have this other window pulled up. But yeah, Sweetwater is good beer. As far as one of the things I'll say, like if you are interested in beer, I think one of the most fun things I've done that has involved the show, which we haven't been able to do as much lately because we're struggling to try to get a beer together, is whenever I go to my local beer store. They have, it's just like a huge wall of all kinds of different beer, and they're constantly getting new ones in. And if they don't have one you want, my store at least, I can ask them and they can tell me they're going to order them or whatever. But it's just there's just an endless supply of all kinds of beers you can try. There's always going to be something there, and a lot of them has different mix and matches, like pick sixes and stuff.
A mix six is the way to go.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
And so you can try, and if you have a good wife at home, or you just like spending money on yourself.
My wife.
Get you like an advent calendar of beer during Christmas, and just get you a shitload of beer and just try you a new one every day. It's really fun, but it's really cool going and seeing all the different options that there is out there, because it's a fucking plethora. You're gonna go to a fucking beer store and find more options for beer than you could go to a candy store and find options for candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many now. It's insane.
Yeah.
There's so
Too
many.
bad that none of our beer shops have the same beer.
Like I
found the dill pickle one today.
Yeah, apparently he did.
Yeah.
Well, see, the beer store that I normally go to isn't like, I was trying to go to like grocery stores because I thought that'd be easier. But
yeah. I don't know what Matt has around him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has.
I only have one beer shop, and it has a select. It always picks like local breweries or brews from Georgia. Like I got Savannah River, I got Birds Fly South, and that's pretty much it.
I think you can order beer online now in South Carolina. So
I think we were talking about that.
Yeah, but that would require us to we would have to choose the beer now so we can order.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could.
Yeah, we can make it a part of the end of the show. Yeah,
we're grown men. We can nail it.
Gives something to look forward to. I was thinking of a one way we could do it is, since we're swapping out who's going to pick the beer, we could have one person order the beer for that week, but then it turns into who's paying more money for beer, so it may not be best to do it that way. But
yeah,
but I think it could be better. But anyways, you can go and close out the show, Devon. It's on you.
Good night, everybody. You pretty much said everything. You promoted social media, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, that bullshit. Next week, are we going next week or 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
So in a couple weeks, maybe we'll move it to every week. I think we do need to be more consistent with it. I think that'll help a lot.
Well, this is something we didn't really want to talk about. I don't know if we want to talk about it now, but we're thinking like off weeks that we do a take your shot short stream
that'd be
with
good.
whoever's
I think
available.
That would be good. That'd be like a load off of us, but something that we still get our name out there.
Yeah, it'd be shorter streams, 30, 45 minutes, but something. I definitely agree we need to do something. It's just the problem with this is taking times away from our families and setting aside the time to just do it in general with work and stuff. It's not always easy. And like Devin was saying, like it'd be better to do a different time of the week, but the date and time that we have isn't selected because we think it's a good time spot. It's selected because that is the time that we can do it.
Yeah, a weekday would be better, but right now Saturday seems to work for us. Maybe in the future we can work out a weekday. A lot of times Monday or Tuesday is a great day for podcasting.
One day when we have a Patreon set up and you guys give us so much money, all three of us can quit our jobs. We'll be able to do this every single day.
Eventually. And then, so next week I'm doing genre. Matt's got characters. Tommy's got the story.
Which is going to be a space adventure with some mystery in it, depending on how everything else falls into place.
We'll pick a beer. We have 2 weeks to figure out what we're gonna do, but we'll see if we can't order one and we can try to figure out what we're gonna do.
Let's try to figure that out tomorrow if we can.
Just
smash that like button.
Keep an eye out. We'll as soon as we get the beer.
I think Devin's beer is next. Devin gets to choose the beer.
Yeah.
Next.
As soon
I
as
know we've been doing it that way, but all right.
Yeah, we've been swapping. It was you, Matt, me.
I'm
now
gonna
it's
pick
you.
Sweetwater 420.
Well, you said you had like a vanilla porter you wanted to do.
I'm gonna have 4 more cans. I just had one. It's not very good. It's not. It's the best beer. It's the best beer. Whatever Donald Trump does.
It was a good Shane Gillis Trump impression.
Did you watch the special? Did you like it?
Oh, his special was so good.
It's
I told
great,
you to
man.
watch it. Yeah.
I told you to watch it.
I don't think you did.
I haven't watched it.
Are you fucking kidding me,
Is it
dude?
good?
You asked me for a good stand-up special. I told you Shane Gillis.
I don't think so. I swear I remember telling you to watch it because I've watched like all 20 of the fucking podcasts he was on before it built up to that. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. You did. I kept telling you to watch his podcast. I know that.
I mean, he's a funny guy.
He is.
You should cut it off.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, the end.
All right.
The end.
We'll see
Bookend.
you, boys
See you guys.
and girls.